What is up, guys? Coop here, and today we're going to be doing the first part of the War of the Thorns campaign. So this is the pre-launch event for Battle for Azeroth, and it starts with this wonderful quest right here, Short-Lived Peace. So let's dive in. So let's see, report to King Anduin in the Keep. As the Legion presence wanes from this world, a new threat has risen. It is with heavy heart that I must ask you to put your life on the line for the Alliance once more. We've received a disturbing message from our operatives stationed in Orgrimmar. I await you in Stormwind Keep to talk matters further. So basically it looks like we're about to start it off. It looks like we have some reports from Orgrimmar. Now, one of the things I always found interesting about the Alliance is they always have operatives in like horde cities, and I'm like, how do they manage to do that? They never really explain it, but I'm assuming they've got like some gnomes that are stealthed or something, because I don't understand how they can manage to sneak into Orgrimmar like that. You have fought bravely in the name of the Alliance time and time again. For that I owe you a great debt and gratitude, and I even must be asked for more. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so Horde Uprising was given a potential of Azeroth to change the face of warfare. It has come to no surprise that the war chief seeks to lay claim to it. Reports have indicated she is mobilizing an army to march on to Silphus, the site of the Great Wound. Heroes of the Horde and Alliance fought side by side during the Argus campaign. To think that Sylvanas is ready to cast that unity aside. Speak to Matthias Shaw, and I want you to oversee the presence in Silphus. Interesting. I thought we were going to be going to Darnassus and everything, but see, report to Matthias Shaw.
Be vigilant.
Just a moment, Your Majesty. New information has come to light.
The causes he serves.
Oh, new information has popped up.
Shaw.
Wait, our reports were wrong. The damned Horde, clever bastards. I will give them that. They diverted a North Fork from the Barrens and are now marching to Ashenvale. The Keldari forces have already set sail for Silphus and must be halfway there now. The only defenders in the area are the Darnassus City Guard, and they are in, I guess that's the correct way of doing it, en route to Astarnanar? I don't know. When it comes to freaking elven names, I guess it's Astranar. But they won't last long against an army. Their commander goes by the name of Darylin Summermoon. Find her, buy us some time, and we will get our fleet there as soon as possible.
Sleep with one eye open.
Alright, so we need to go there. Is there any cutscene? Nope. So it looks like we're going to go cut over to good old Ashenvale, so I will see you guys there. Alright, so we have ported right over. It actually ports you right over to the spot, which is super helpful, but look at all these wisps everywhere. Like, they are literally everywhere, guys. Like, all over the place, and they're all flying off, it looks like, probably to the Emerald Dream and to the Spirit of the Tree. So as you can see here, there's just tons of them. There's tons of, horde all over the place, so it looks like the Horde really went to town and killed a lot of the people here.
The bodies. So many bodies. We tried to set a trap for the Horde. It failed. We could not stop them. Our outposts were taken by surprise. They fell one by one. The guards were poisoned. And the civilians, not even they were spared. I only hope that some managed to flee before. Forgive me, friend. Who did you say you were? Are you the one Malfurion spoke of?
Alrighty, so that's rather interesting to think
There are
about.
more wisps than I can count. The loss of life. Merciful Elune, please bless the fallen.
So, okay, again, the Horde seems to be really kind of like going full Garrosh mode. Keep in mind, they were the first ones to go to Silphus, and they were already working on operations. I mean, obviously the goblins were technically, but they're the ones that have been really the aggressors. We tried to stop them and cut them back because they're obviously using it against us. And it looks like they did actually technically the first blow of the war. I mean, technically it looks like they were the ones that killed this whole entire village. And they killed civilians, which is rather interesting.
I am glad you stand with us.
Are you the one that Malfurion sent? My sisters lie slain on the soft earth of Ashenvale. We have trained to expect losses. Soldiers have died in battle, but this was a despicable act, even for the Horde. We have little time to grieve, but we are not savages like our enemy. Please, Triax, say a prayer of Elune in honor of the fallen. Their wisps deserve the light of her blessing. So we gotta do that.
Save us.
And what is this one? Tread carefully, all is not as it seems. The butchers who did this still skulk within Ashtaranar, however you pronounce that. Give them what they deserve.
The Horde will pay for this incursion.
Alrighty, so let's go over here and bless some of these bodies real quick. If anything cool happens, I'll be sure to keep it in the cut, but if not, I'm just going to pretty much do these quests. Alrighty, so we finished all the quests. Nothing too crazy actually happened, but one of the things I wanted to point out is that they do have the original cinematic armor on all the Night Elves. Obviously, I think this is the most lewd male outfit here, and obviously the ladies look wonderful as always. So, a little bit of the back view. Side view, front view. I mean, this armor looks really dope. I'm surprised that maybe it'll be a future like heritage armor for Night Elves. I'd be really curious to see that.
I serve the Kaldori.
Light of Elune. Elune bless you, Triax. It is no less than the filthy creatures deserved. Wisp, they sing of sorrow, but also with purpose. The forest stirs, a glow within the light. The sound in the distance. Could it be our Shando? Quickly, Triax, Malfurion beckons. Oh, we get to see some Malfurion action. Awesome. Doesn't look like there's any cutscene here. So that'll be interesting. So it looks like we're just going to fly kind of to the north. At the moment, though, I would say that so far for a opening, it's kind of cool, but I've heard that this questline is rather short, and I wish that they didn't really cut it into pieces as much, or at least give some longer pieces. But we'll kind of give more opinions once we actually finish this up a little bit. So we're just going to kind of fly on over there. But it looks like I don't see really much phasing going on. I mean, obviously, most of these creatures have been here for a hot while. So, who knows? Maybe it'll be like a crazy sort of like amount of phasing in the next area. But we're going to fly on over here real quick and see what is going on. So, Dark Shore, the Twilight Vale. Ooh, looks like we got some stuff over here. We got some Orgrimmar grunts. We've got Sylvanas herself. Look at this. Oh, she's shooting some black arrows.
You will come no further, Banshee Queen.
Ooh.
Soldiers, no! Do
Oh.
not rush them!
And they died. Interesting.
Ugh, fools! At least now we know how dangerous the wisps can be.
You may pass through the wall, hero. The wisps will not harm you.
The wisps urge you through the wall. They will not harm you. Interesting. So just walk on past that. I forgot I have a blessing here. Reduces the magical damage. Oh, this is actually pretty interesting because I did the quest line when I was leveling up. And when I was trying to complete all of the Eastern Kingdoms, and it looks like she just rides off. That's interesting.
I must protect the wild.
I'm glad you came. Alright. When the Horde invaded, I did my best to fort them, but it is unknown how many forces made passage already. This wall will slow them down, but it will not halt their attack entirely. Malfurion's ears perk. Do you hear that? The ancients call to us. We must protect them at all costs. I have druids of the Twilight Vale. Send them to the Grove of the Ancient. Okay, so basically dispatch some people. The ruin wrought by the Horde is driving the children of the forest mad. The chief among them are the Blackwood Furbogs. They have given into madness and are a threat to everyone. If left to this madness, it could strike us from behind while our forces are engaged with the Horde. And it pains me to ask this, but can you please, while you're in the thing, put the creatures out of misery? Okay.
Nature stands with you.
So we've got to go and collect some stuff. Oh, we got some forces coming in.
Malfurion, Horde forces have gathered at the Zoramgar outpost.
The Banshee Queen seeks to capture the World Tree. Dalaran, travel to our outposts. Gather every soldier you can find and bring them here.
And you, Shando?
Sylvanas seeks to engage me, and I plan to give her what she wants. Word has been sent to our fleet. Elune willing, they will soon return.
As you command.
Interesting. Alrighty. So it looks like he's flying off. She's kind of like the main commander here, and then we got these forces kind of sitting here guarding the area, which is cool. It's really funny because like the model for the Night Elves looks so good, but the Frost Sabers are so outdated that they kind of just stick out like a sore thumb. So hopefully maybe we can get some more Frost Saber models in the future. But I'm going to go over here and we are going to do a little bit of each quest, and if anything interesting happens I'll keep it in the footage, but as of right now it looks like there's probably not going to be anything too crazy. So we'll release this guy here. So they're on their way, and we'll go over here and we'll kill this guy real quick. There we go. Alrighty, so we finished up the quest here. We're gonna go meet up with our good old person, Captain Summermoon. Elune be praised. The tragedy of that so many Furbog had to perish, but it was necessary. In their madness, they could have attacked our own people and leave us fighting in two fronts. Curse those goblins and their infernal machines. They're using a shredder to desecrate our sacred ground. We need that monstrosity taken down.
Will pay for this. You take the shredder. I will drive the invaders from the grove.
So we're just basically gonna attack this guy. I mean, I'm in a blood spec, so it's super easy to kill these guys. And we'll just Wraith Flock. Looks like I need to fix my weak auras. As you guys can see, it's kind of still popping up here, but do. Anything special this fight? Just looks like it's just a random shredder that we have to kill. I figured it'd be like a name drop or something. There we go. Down he goes. Some good old gold in the process. Oh, this is kind of a cool looking place. Got a bunch of treants and everything. Or ancients. There she is.
There is much to be done.
Well done, these trees have so many stories to tell. And we go to the Ancient of Lore, Anu. I believe Anu played a huge part in another thing. The Ancients of the Forest are all connected to one another. We can sense the disturbance deep within our roots. I can feel the tracks, the rumble of their footsteps in the distance, the thundering clamor of war for every branch they break. They have awakened the Ancients. Soon my brethren will answer in kind, for nothing shall stop the balance of nature. The disturbance is near. Our kindred spirits cry for help. Seek out and restore the balance. So find those who cry in the, basically in the den. There should be another quest, I believe. I guess not. Usually I thought there was another quest, but alrighty. We're just gonna travel on our way there. So right now it's been nothing but really killing the Furbogs and collecting the spirits. So hopefully maybe some more cool things happen along the way. But we do have some engines over here, it looks like.
Careful, hero. We must do this quietly. If you would like me to incapacitate, avoid being detected. We cannot draw too much attention.
Avoid being detected? How would we do that? This is war. I figured that we were going to be killing everybody that we walk into.
Hero. We must do this quietly.
There we go. Okay. There's the quest.
Champion. If you would like me to incapacitate any
let's
of them,
see. The Horde have already
so.
set up camp here.
Quietly.
We need to strike them down. Their war machines are terrible to behold, but they're still machines. And the machines did not work. Okay, so basically we just need to take down some machines.
Save us.
And what is this ability we got here? Ask her to incapacitate a target.
The Furbolgs are normally a peaceful tribe. Being ousted from their home must have sent them into a frenzy.
Interesting. There's a lot of Furbog here. See, what I like here is like how they're all gathered up and everything. Like it tells like a story. Like this is like really the cool stuff I like. So as you can see here, the Horde and Alliance, or the Horde and the Furbogs are kind of like standing guard and like looking at each other. So it really shows that the Horde are the kind of the aggressors and making them go wild. So it's little stuff like that. It's the little details that make storytelling that much better. Alright, and let's incapacitate this guy. I don't want to bump into him. We'll keep that guy. That guy's asleep. How long do they fall asleep for? 59 seconds. Holy crap. That's enough time for me to do whatever I need to do.
The Horde must have driven the Furbolgs from their home.
Alrighty. Oh, we got a good old demolisher over here. I might as well keep this one in because it's actually kind of interesting and you get to read what happens. Furbolgs are normally a peaceful tribe. Being ousted from their home must have driven them into a frenzy. The Horde must have driven the home. Okay, so basically saying that the Furbolgs are pretty much got kicked out by the Horde and it's all the Horde's fault. Let's see if I can do a Wraith Walk to make this a little faster. Then we can place in a good old charge here. And let's continue up the mountain a little bit. Oh, that gets rid of our stealth. Kind of want that. There we go. Let's see if it comes.
Avoid being detected. We cannot draw too much attention.
There we go. Let's kill this guy real quick. Cuckoo. Do that. Get out the way.
Avoid being detected. We cannot draw too much attention.
Yeah. Okay, this quest line gets kind of annoying because it's constantly like, avoid being detected, but it's like, I'm really not doing that much. Alright, we'll go and talk to this last guy here. Come with us, come to safety.
There are so many of them.
And we'll go this way. And we gotta find one more siege engine. Alright, so we found the last one. Let's turn in this quest. Cool. Now what do we do? Oh, okay, so we can actually return back. So I will just do that, and we'll just run our happy way over there. I'm curious if that's the mount we get for doing this. Looks like a decently cool mount, but I kind of have like already like 6 different types of that. Alright, we're just gonna keep on running. Yeah, probably gonna pull a lot of Furbolgs in the way, but hey, it is what it is. So just keep on running. See, it'd be actually cool if we got to like unite the Furbolgs and have the Furbolgs like join us in the battle, but it looks like we're just kind of like killing them off. There hasn't been much Horde aggression really. Let's see. A disturbance that has become more severe. I'm sensing a powerful force in our midst. Unlike anything I've ever felt before, it comes from the earth itself. Go to this place called Najvel. Oh, we're gonna deal with some Naga?
Right away.
Interesting. We might be dealing with some good old Naga. I'm excited to see about that. I honestly think that Queen Ajara or Jaina is going to be the one that burns down the tree, but I really hope it's Queen Ajara. I think that'd be really cool. Also, we haven't seen any Naga in so long, so, I mean, yeah, we saw them in Legion, but, like, we kind of, like, stopped their plans, and they're just kind of like, oh, damn you, and then they just kind of ran off, and they were in Tomb of Sargeras for some odd reason. So, oh, man, that's some, good old, Azeroth blood right there. That or some old god stuff, it's hard telling. I get the feeling though that there's going to be some old god corruption definitely in this next expansion. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but yeah, that's definitely some Azeroth blood bullshit right there. Got a lot of Horde players here, and it looks like there's a giant Azeroth vein right there for us to take. Cool. So we'll jump over here and we'll take that.
I am glad you stand with us.
The Horde have taken the Master's Glaive. We thought the glow of this place was Alun's light, but it appears it was Azeroth the Horde desperately desired. Azeroth denial. The substance of Azeroth is hurting Anu, and the Horde seems eager to collect it. we must not let this happen. Collect as much Azerite as you can find and ensure the Horde does not retrieve it. I have an interesting theory about Azerite. I think Azerite might be actually old god related and we just don't know about it. Because it says it hurts Anu, which is funny because he's life magic. So I think that maybe, even though yes, it's technically bleeding out from the plane, I think that maybe perhaps it's corrupting him. And it's the same corruption that you see in the Emerald Nightmare. The Horde are trying to collect as much Azerite as possible, blah 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 blah, just kill them.
People will endure.
So, alrighty, let's go, and you know, I have water walking for a reason, so let's just use that. And we'll collect one of each, and we'll see if anything cool happens, and if nothing happens, I can just cut right over there. So, we'll just collect some more Azerite veins. And we'll jump over, and we'll kill this guy here. Down you go. There's that. Bam. Alrighty. Alrighty, so we completed all the quests. Let's turn these bad boys in. Got that. Got that. Do you hear his voice? Malfurion calls for our aid. Meet him in the Windbend
The
River.
Horde will pay
Brothers
for
and
this
sisters,
incursion.
the Horde is pressing further into Darkshore. Rally at the Wild Bend River.
Oh, I thought that said wind. Whoops. Read that a little too fast. Doo-doo-doo. Alrighty. So we got some, there's been a decent amount of stuff going on, so I'm hoping that this goes on a little bit longer. But right now we've just basically been dealing with Furbogs. We did some Azerite stuff, which was kind of interesting. It's also kind of interesting that it popped up in Nazjatar, or then like this sort of area. It doesn't really quite make sense, which I'm kind of curious about. So
Greetings, friend.
Malfurion returns. We must push them back. Do not fight alone. Join the ancients to slay enemies. Now this is my type of shit. Vehicle stuff is always really kind of like simplistic, but it also makes you feel so badass every time you do it. Hold tight to my branches. Am I actually on him? Oh my gosh, I'm actually in the branches. That's kind of cool. Alrighty, I guess I'll just keep throwing some rocks on the ground here. Got that. Oh my god, we got Sylvanas right here. Let's fuck her up with some rocks. Slam. That's kind of cool though. I always like when they add characters like that in the stuff. And just keep throwing some rocks. Keep throwing some rocks. Just throw rocks everywhere. Yeah, buddy. Toss some old rocks over there. And over there. And over there. It's got a glaive throwers and shit going on. I like it. Looks pretty awesome. And throw this on there. Cool. Now we can just run on back. We'll actually exit. There we go.
How may I aid you?
We must hold them back. For every foe we've slain, two more take their place. We have too few of numbers. Strategy can yet overcome the numbers. Regroup in Darnassus and I'll send for Delanar.
May the winds be at
Delan. How do you spell it? Delanarn. Delanarn. Yeah. Alrighty, and looks like we have a long flight all the way to Darnassus, so I guess I will have to meet you guys there. Alrighty, so we have arrived at Darnassus. So basically I didn't mean to actually click it, but it apparently clicked anyway. Basically we have now a Threat of the Looming quest. So basically this is a quest where we have to gather allies because we are in dire need of getting as many people as possible. So basically what ended up happening is obviously Silphus has all of its stuff going on and there's a lot of Azerite there and everybody's kind of fighting over that. The Horde, instead of sending bunch of people, south. They ended up sending them north to Darkshore and Ashenvale, which was kind of a surprise attack because Ashenvale is like right next to the Barrens. So like they just went boom and then they attacked. So it caught them off guard. So the Alliance has a bunch of ships going over here, while all of us are kind of fighting for our lives over here. So it was very much a surprise attack, because it's an act of war rather than just like an act of just trying to collect the resources as much as possible and getting casualties along the way. So we got the Druid of the Claw. We can hear the drums of war echoing for the lands. Our Druid of the Claw ready to stand protect. No, okay. So there we go. Any sort of cutscene or anything? Darkshore is under attack. We must move swiftly. And then we'll just cross this little bridge here. Wait, is low level? Oh, okay, no, it's just a pet quest. I'm actually curious, like, what happens to the pet battles after this place burned down? Alright, we've got the good old Caldori forces.
Good luck, friend.
Alright, take action, Sentinels, forward face. And then we gotta go and pick up the Priestess of the Moon, or Alun. It's gonna be sad once this place burns down, though. They never really use this area that much, besides for small little quest lines with like Jaina and the Bell and everything. But this area was actually one of the first areas I ever played in WoW. I started off with a Night Elf Rogue, and then I said screw all the spiders, and then I ended up making a dwarf. But I always admired the beauty of this place.
Peace be with you.
Alun be with you.
Ashaf
There you go. Darkshore is under attack. Send word to the High Priestess at once. Sisters of me, we must protect our lands from the Horde. So, oh, it looks like... Oh, okay, I'm supposed to meet him in the village. So that's just a little bit to the south. So hopefully we can get some more forces, because it looks like we're going to be kind of screwed if we don't get some more forces soon. Because right now it looks like we are just losing our butts right now. Oh, we got some ships. That's kind of cool. So we're just going to keep on walking. Oh, we got a lot more ships. Did our allies come?
How might nature serve?
No matter the odds, we must stay strong.
Our fleet has returned from Silithus.
Yes.
Be praised. Their might is sorely needed. King Anduin will send his soldiers to aid us. We must hold our ground until they arrive. Your deeds will not be forgotten by the Caldori, hero. The aid you lend in these dark times could make all the difference.
May our will be stronger than their machines of war.
A war is not won or lost in a single battle. Our day will come.
Alrighty, so that looks like that was the first part of the War of the Thorns campaign. Alright, so I gotta say it started off a little weak. Definitely started off a little weak, because all we did really was, I mean, I like the whole, like, in the beginning part with the whole village. That seemed like a pretty good part to kind of start off the staging ground. However, the part that really kills it right after that is you kind of have like this animosity and hatred towards the Horde, but immediately after that you're taking care of furbogs and stuff. And about half the quests were about the furbogs, which I get, like, it's a kind of a major point to be like the Horde kind of started it, but it seemed like that was most of the quest line. Now, the one thing that is interesting, just from a lore perspective, is the Azeroth stuff over here. Because it's in another old god area. If you guys haven't noticed, I mean, it doesn't take rocket science to notice that a lot of the old god blood is coming out of areas with heavy sort of old god things going on. So there are minor references, but this is another sort of area with the Naga, and they kind of go hand in hand. But as you guys can see, I now unlocked world quests, which are super cool. We get all types of cool gear out of this. Like, look at that. You get some helmets, you get some, like, pauldrons, you get some, another, like, sword and all that. I mean, that looks all really kind of cool. I wish I could actually see what the weapons look like, but in general, it's a pretty good way of getting players to still kind of go out there. Obviously, I'm probably going to be doing it when I test out War Mode, because, you know, War Mode is definitely going to be really fun to play around with. But I definitely think that really kind of killed the stride a little bit, and the Azeroth area was kind of really boring, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was just killing soldiers and collecting materials. What did kind of help me out with the Snorefest was when you started to go over here and you started to use your ancients to start to kill everything and stop everything from going on. So that was pretty awesome. And then obviously gathering your forces and everything. So I hope that part 2 will kind of get things a little bit more going. But at the moment, it was kind of a little bit slower. And I think that obviously, you know, with the burning of Teldrassil coming up, that things are going to be quote-unquote heating up. Or at least catching fire. And will be pretty lit. I mean, the jokes go on and on and on. But I think it's going to be a pretty awesome sort of pre-expansion event. I mean, this is just part 1. I remember when the whole Divine Bell questline was actually pretty lame, and it ended up getting really good towards the end there. So time will tell though. But anyways, I want to thank everybody for watching. Be sure to check out, I should have the next video posted tomorrow as well, and some reactions to whatever cutscenes may come out. So I know we always love those cutscenes, and I might do a Fury about Azeroth, because there's a lot of interesting things that I have noticed that I don't think many people in the community have noticed. Anyways, stay baller, my friends. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.